country. How are you going, Yo?
How you going,
Hi
mate?
guys. It's
Yeah,
great to be here. Thanks
we
for
had
calling.
taken off before, but yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
thank you.
thanks for coming. So start from what were we talking about before? What's been happening? From
Where should I start with it?
you want to start from COVID or pre-COVID or just generally about yourself? What do you want to do?
Oh, yeah, all right. Well, okay. What should I start with? Um, Now I've been working as a tour guide, yeah, as you know.
Yeah.
I took you guys around in Japan. So that was before COVID-19. So it's been over a year.
Yeah,
I mean,
around a year
when
and a
it's
half. Yeah.
Of COVID.
I think it was no, it's more than no. When was that? When I took you guys around? When
You
did you
took
guys
us
come
like
to
two,
Japan?
3 years ago, but
Yeah, it would have
COVID happened
been
last year,
like
end of
Right,
last
2019.
year,
right, right.
or 2 years ago. I don't
So
even know.
you came to Japan in
2019.
2019.
Was it
I
2019? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
think
end of
around
the year,
end
wasn't
of
it?
the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Just after
But
after.
I kept working until COVID,
How long
basically.
were you a
And
tour guide for?
obviously, I've been working nearly 3 years.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then
So, and then basically, when the COVID happens, and obviously I lost all the jobs.
yeah.
I mean, so last year was supposed to be, good opportunity for me. My schedule was pretty full because of the Olympic. It's supposed to be
Ah,
held in
yeah.
Japan.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So yeah, it was exciting for that. But then, when I was doing one tours in March last year, and I got a phone call from my headquarters in Japan, and all the tours get canceled.
Mm.
You just wait, see what happens, and then until today, nothing is moving actually.
So you haven't worked as a tour guide since then?
No,
Oh shit.
I can't. There's no job. You guys
Yeah.
can't
Yeah,
come to
we're in
Japan.
lockdown now.
Yeah, it's gotten
New
Right,
South
bad.
Wales
right.
is in
Gotten
lockdown.
bad again here recently in New South Wales.
Okay.
Few
We have
people
50
throwing
cases.
parties that they shouldn't be throwing. We've only got it's only 50 cases, but
That's why Costin and I are separate because we're not allowed to see each other.
yeah, we're not allowed to go.
That's sad.
Yeah. What were the rules like in Japan? Yeah, I know, right?
What was that?
What were the rules like in Japan? Did you guys have to lock down for a long time?
All right, yeah. So obviously, when the COVID was happened, and then I think a couple months later, we actually did the lockdown. That was the first one. I think
How long was that?
over a year. I think it was like 1 or 2 months. Basically, major city only.
Oh,
Tokyo
that's all right.
and then around surrounding cities, Osaka, surrounding cities, and
Yeah.
some of the other places.
Were you in Tokyo
But then
then?
that was the first one. No. I actually moved out.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wait, move back to where?
Well, so when I was doing the tour guide job, I didn't really actually have a house, home,
Yeah.
because I didn't really need it.
Yeah.
I think I told you.
Yeah, I remember you saying you
And
traveled
then,
around everywhere.
and then when my jobs got all canceled, I just moved back to my parents' house. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's all I can go.
Yeah.
And then I was staying for a couple months, and then okay, I have to do something else,
Yeah.
to live myself.
Yeah.
So I asked my friends to help their jobs as well. And luckily I got some jobs, not really like a proper job. It's just
Just
like
paid work?
part-time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good,
it is.
at least.
And then I was moving around, I bought a like second-hand car, and then we're just traveling to some of the places, and I was helping my friends. That
What were
was
you
all
doing?
that last year. And then now I kind of half settled down in one like countryside, just in
Oh,
front
that's
of
good.
sea.
Yeah.
And then I rented a room, and I just trying to do what I can do before. I mean, until the tourists coming back,
Okay.
and then I can work as a tour guide again. So I would just do like prep pretty much.
What are you
The real
doing
question
day to day?
is, no, the real question is, have you found a beautiful girl yet?
Oh, that's a good question. I wish. 7 years ago. Now, that's actually really, city things, I can't. There's no one around me.
Are you in the country now?
Yeah. You were in the country, but it must be pretty relaxing at least. Like if you're going to be in the country anywhere in the country, Japan would be pretty nice. It'd be good for your mind as well. Maybe.
When we talked to you last, weren't you staying with a friend on an island or something in Japan? Or no?
That was, yeah, right. That was from last year, September. No. Beginning of October and down to this year, March. So basically like 6 months contract job. And I was kind of like working for a city council. So like governmental job, which I don't really like it.
What were you doing?
I just didn't really continue the job contract.
Okay. What were you doing for them? And was that on an island? Was that?
Well, yeah, it was one of the island. And the location was great, but the thing is, all the people I was working with me, they were really like conservative, and they not trying to do something very challenging or like
Yeah, just cruise through life.
Do something very stable. Whatever the jobs, I get money anyway, so I don't want to take a responsibility for any kind of job. That kind of thing. So all right, if you don't want to do that, I don't want to be part of it. So I just quit it.
That's pretty ballsy.
No, it's good. Right. If you know what you want, that's it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I prefer working individually.
Yeah.
Not like working for someone else, and those people sucks. And
yeah, I'm starting to get a bit like that as well.
I think everyone has that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Something like that for themselves.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But so really, what's all that stuff on that whiteboard behind you? Is that all you're planning?
These one? Okay, yeah. So this is actually studying. Study things. You want to see a bit more?
What are you studying?
So this is. I have to get a it's kind of a license, but I try to open tour not a company, but tour agents. But I will probably work as an individual, and
nice.
I'm not gonna make it corporate and just be myself. But as a sort of status, I will just change to kind of like a travel agent work. So I have to get a license, and I'll be just working studying for that. It's written in Japanese. It's all shitty knowledge that,
there's
all talking there, like, the location and what's famous in that place. And you have to know all about like histories and geography of Japan,
Fair enough.
And
that's good, man. At least you're keeping busy and
I know.
You're in a situation where there's not much you can do. And now you're just making the most of it, I guess, and doing what you want to do and working towards it. So that's pretty cool.
Can I ask you, I don't know how it is in Japan, but here there's like, after school, there's kind of like an expectation that you go to uni, and after that, you just get a job from that. What made you do something different? Did you have that expectation? And if so, what made you do something different? Like even just before you just left that other job.
Question. I mean, it's a good question. And as I think I told you, but I graduated from uni in Australia. And
I remember that.
Firstly, I tried to get a job in Australia, but because of the visa status, I think they changed some kind of law, and then they taken down one of like a job listing, right? And then when you can apply for a PR in Australia. I was trying to apply for that, but then some kind of silly things happened, and I couldn't get it. So I decided to go back to Japan, and I didn't know what to do. So I was half.
How old were you there? What year was this? And what did you study to get a bit
I studied business management, majored in hospitality.
Yeah.
I was supposed to work in a hotel or restaurants kind of management position.
Okay.
But then that just things that I picked up when I graduated high school, and then when I decided to go to uni, or what can I do?
What made you pick
something?
Australia? What made you pick Australia for uni?
Well, basically, I went to high school in New Zealand.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know if I
remember
told
that
you.
part. Yeah,
And then, all right, I had a bunch of choice. I can work, I can go back to Japan, I can go to uni in New Zealand, I can go to uni somewhere else. And then the places I went to in high school, there was Dunedin. I don't know if you know. It was a bit of a cold place.
Dunedin.
It's just a south place.
Yeah.
And I prefer going to the a bit warmer and the more kind of like a bigger city.
Yeah. Okay.
I found, if I stay in New Zealand for university, I was just left behind from, the world.
Yeah.
So, okay, I
it's
need
like
to go to something bigger.
Fuck 'em.
It's like a little town vibe over there.
Right,
The smaller cousin.
I liked it, but then I should, I should do something
very
different.
Beautiful place. Very beautiful.
Yeah, it is, yeah. And then I decided to go to uni, studying uni in Australia, and then I decided to go to Macquarie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And were you 19 or 20 or something like that then?
No, I was 18.
18, okay. And then, because New Zealand school system's a year behind us. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a year behind, so you would have been a year ahead.
They have a different counting system.
Yeah, they have a different system.
We call it the last year of high school. We call it year 13. I think you guys call it year 12, right?
Year 12.
Yeah, okay, it's different.
Right.
Yeah. So
but anyway, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then what was the plan? Work here, but you couldn't get PR. So then, did you go back straight to Japan from there?
Yeah. I went back to Japan. I had an option to go to master degree in Japan, university in Japan, or I start working as a new graduate. And then I picked the second one. I mean, work as a new graduate. I went to, was that IT company?
Yeah.
Very big, huge company. They do the back off system. Yeah. And then they're hiring like hundreds of new graduates.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I don't know why they hire me because I didn't really study like computer science. I didn't know anything about computer. And I told them during the interview, they asked me like, do you know anything about computer? And then why do you think do I know, computer? I studied business management. And then I thought, I didn't really wanted to get that job, but then because it's high paid, and then, all right, I'll just give it a go for
money talks.
And I actually got it.
Yeah, nice.
And then I started living in middle Tokyo. It was a nice place, like really rich place. Like people, when I say I live in that area, like people consider that, oh, you must be getting high paid and, you must be kind of like, what was that called? I don't know the right word, but those places. Yeah. In Sydney, I don't know where is like North Sydney or
like Mossman,
Kirribilli.
Kirribilli, Mossman and those types of places where all the elite live.
And then I started working as a new graduate, but, Japanese corporate, wow, very stressful, long time.
What were the hours like?
I started working like 8, and then I work until 8, basically.
Yeah, okay, it's just 12 hours a day.
And then I was just looking at a computer because I was an engineer.
Yeah.
I have to learn from beginning, like scratch. And I was looking at computer. The weather outside's no matter for me because, it doesn't give a shit up to me.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't like that lifestyle. I mean, I was thinking, okay, what's going to happen next 5 years? Do I, like this job? Maybe. But after 5 years, if I want to do something new, I thought like, okay, this might be, 5 years, my mindset is changed, Okay, maybe I got some connection with the industry and then my pay might be a bit higher than, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then, okay. So I would be, afraid to go to next challenge. Mm-hmm. So I decided to leave as soon as possible.
So how long
did I left that company? Like I work only like 10 months.
Okay.
That's interesting. So that makes a lot of sense though, because so you didn't want to stay too long because you thought that if you stayed too long, you'd get attached. And if you became attached, you'd get more scared of leaving something that was working and is more comfortable. So you just left straight up and just attacked the world and did what you wanted, really.
yeah, obviously, like if you're the person who would want to continue in that industry, or you like, working as an engineer, you should stick to that job. But
Did
obviously,
you
when I
enjoy
think
it?
of myself, why would I have to look at a computer for 10 hours a day, working for Monday to Friday, and then looking forward to have like weekend? You basically, your motivation is to have
A break.
weekend.
Yeah.
And then you get high paid. So what are you gonna spend? I didn't have family, like obviously now as well, but I didn't have family, so I don't have to support my, anything. So all my income goes to what? Nice food, better restaurant, better suits, those kind of things. All right, would I want it? My answer was no. So obviously, okay, this is not where I should stay.
That's pretty ballsy. And did you toss up with that for a long time, or did you just make that like as soon as you started, did you know, and then you made the decision from there?
Well, when I decided
like how long
to
did
go
it take you to make the call?
That's a good question. I don't know. I've been thinking, a little by little, and then I don't know. Because the thing is, when I decided to go to the IT company, all my like surrounding people, they was actually surprised of my decision, because they didn't think that I would go to that IT company and then be an engineer.
Yeah.
So they said, okay, are you sure you want to go there? But I was kind of stupid, I just want to be experiencing something, classy, high standard lifestyle is.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I give it a try, didn't like it. And then, all right.
Did you have a plan after that? Like when you decided, did you want to do something else with your business degree, or did you just think
no?
You knew from then that you didn't want it?
The one thing that I was sure about it when I quit the company, okay, I didn't like the lifestyle in the big city. Like I didn't want to live in Tokyo, so maybe I should move out to countryside. So my decision was to join one of like very venture corporate, like very small one in the countryside. I met just a kind of like coincidence. I met the CEO of that small company, like startup. And then they actually providing camping place, but they're not only just normal camping site. It's just a private. So only one group of guests can stay in that area. So it's just a private, like very cozy place, secret area.
Yeah. Okay.
It's surrounded by like a cliff, and then you enter with the boat. That's very special. And then that thing is very new in Japan at the time. I didn't really like. All right, go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask. So, when you left the IT company, what made you want to do travel, like a tour guide, travel the world, see the world? Is it just it appealed to you to be outdoors and seeing new things and adventuring all the time, or like how did you get to that?
How long did it take you to get that job?
Well, yeah.
Was there a limbo where you
tour guide?
Yeah.
Or that that's the job you wanted to get?
No, I'm still not sure what I want to be.
Yeah, fair enough.
I feel like everyone's always.
But the thing is, I don't want to. I know that my personality is not fitting to a corporate person, so I didn't really want to work for someone else and then be ordered and then do something for the company. It's not what I really want to do.
Yeah, sweet.
So
what made you though like decide to do the travel guide thing? Like what, like because you obviously
travel guide.
Yeah, you see, you're not sure yet, but what was like when was that the next step?
I mean, obviously, I like traveling.
And then what happened after you quit the IT job?
I quit. I joined the startup job, and then I was working for 2 years. I liked that job. The startup job, company, it's not really strict like the big company. Yeah. So I could do something, and I kind of like it. I asked my CEO, and then, okay, can I do this? And then they'll probably say, like, if you have enough reason, they will say, okay, go for it. You try.
Yeah.
And I had so many experience from that, and then I really like it. But again, like when I think of my future, do I want to continue working in this company, working for that president? I mean, or the CEO? And then the answer is no. Well, I don't think I will continue working with them. And all right, I'll start thinking what I should do. And then I decided to quit first. And then I was traveling actually in Southeast Asia for actually, how many months? Was it 3 months?
Yeah.
Just trying to find something, you know, what I want to be, what I want to do in the future. Yeah, just killing my time, experience something new.
Yeah, still.
And then my friend who's working in a travel agent, she was looking for a tour guide in Japan. And then I said, they offered me a job, but I could say I can work with one condition. I don't want to be employees, you know. If it's like a contracted job, I mean, as a freelance, and I will think about it. And then they said, okay, that's fine. You can be a freelance.
What's the difference? You just don't need to answer to the boss. You can just do what you want.
No, the thing is, obviously, if you join the company, I don't know, you have to do what they ask.
Yeah, you're an employee. If you're a contract to them, then you work for yourself and they're paying you to work for them. And that's the only relationship you have.
Good on you, mate.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's just a bit of that knowledge.
Anyway, yeah, keep going, yeah.
All right, then, I became a tour guide. I mean, at the time, I didn't know anything about Japan, obviously. I mean, I'm actually ashamed to say that in front of you, as you used to be a guest for me. Yeah, but, obviously, I left Japan when I was 15, and I was not very grown enough. Yeah. And I didn't know anything about Japan. So when I was in overseas, New Zealand, Australia, same thing. All my friends, sometimes they ask me, all right, is this true that, you know, something is famous in Japan? Those kind of questions, like a national question. Yeah. Asking about Japan. And then I couldn't answer it.
Did you lie? You should have just lied.
No, I just kind of like, told them kind of like, no, quite sure answered. And then I was like, all right. And then again, when I decided to go back to Japan, I realized that no matter how good your English is, if you're a foreigner, you need to have a visa to stay in another country. Yeah, that's true, right? Yeah, and probably, then especially Australia. I didn't have a job. I mean, nobody offered me a visa. So, all right, maybe this time I should go back to Japan, and then I learn about my own country, culture, and, you know, be Japanese. Yeah. Learn about Japanese, yeah? Yeah. Own culture. Yeah. That was like kind of like small, was in my head when I decided to go back to Japan. While you're in Southeast Asia? After graduating. No. When I was in high school, I mean, New Zealand. University. Yeah, okay. That was like a little reason that I decided to go back to Japan. Like, I didn't really insist staying in Australia. Probably I could if I really, 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 really wanted to stay in Australia. Yeah. I could get like a casual job and then, you know, try to get a visa. Yeah. But, all right, maybe I should know more about my own country and cultures. All right, I decided to go back to Japan. So those things leads to me becoming a tour guide, I guess. Like, I just concluding myself, you know. Yeah. I can learn. I should learn about my own culture, and then I become a tour guide, and I start sharing my ideas and, you know, all my knowledge and tour guide job is quite nice. I mean, it suits to me. Okay. Because you're traveling. You know, you get to know. Yeah, I get to travel to the places. You meet a lot of new people as well. Expensive. Right. Exactly. And I probably like, you know, experiencing something new, like new cultures, new people, new people's ideas. The people are different, you know. Yeah. and I like talking about it and then sharing ideas, learning about new cultures.
That's good.
Being a tour guide is not just you sharing idea from my side. As I also listen to what my guests, their life's like,
I've
how
never
they
thought
think
of that.
about Japan. So it's great, and then I quite like it. So that's why I still want to be a tour guide, even there's no job right now.
Yeah.
And under COVID-19, I think quite many people who would lost job, they're probably trying to find something new from beginning. But I don't want to do that because I still like it.
You know what you want to do, and you're sticking to it. You know that tour guide. Fingers crossed. Yeah, exactly. You know that tour, your mate's company when you moved back to Japan, was that the same one that you were with when you took us, or was that a different one?
Top Deck.
You know when you went back to Japan?
When I went back to Japan
as a tour guide, and they offered you that job. Was that Top Deck?
Top Deck was one of them, and when I continued working, another company offered me a job. So I was doing that's the good thing about being a freelance, because
you can work for lots.
There's no rule that you can contract with other company, which is not very common things as for tour guide. But yeah, I was working for other company as well.
So were you freelance for 2 years before COVID?
Yeah, 2, 3. No, yeah, about 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then COVID hit, and then no jobs.
But now you're going to be the CEO of your own travel agency.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're going to be the boss man.
No. I don't want to be a big person. I just, live a chilly lifestyle. I'll do what I like about.
Fair enough.
Well, you might take us around again next time, but this time under your own company.
Come.
Yeah.
We want to actually come back. I was looking at some photos the other day, actually. I do want to go back, but we can't. Obviously.
Yeah, I don't reckon for another 2 years till we're allowed to.
Yeah.
There are so many other places. Like, I was kind of sad. The reason that I start thinking to, be more individual, not just to contract it with the big travel agents, is that if you work for a tour guide, travel agent, what all the tours they create is they set in the big cities. So they package tour is basically put on the big cities. So obviously they started in Tokyo and then just go to like Kyoto, Osaka, Hiroshima.
Yeah, that's what
those kind of major tourist destination.
Yeah.
But obviously there's some reason that they don't want to go for other places. It's kind of difficult. Obviously not very prepared for tourists from overseas, the local places. Not many people speak English as well. But those places, they have more value, or the great scenery, great cultures in those areas. I would like to take you.
Yeah, and next time we'll come. We'll message you.
Oh, definitely.
So is that what you want to do with your own company?
Yeah, so I try to make my original tour. Now, probably I'm not going to make it as a package. I'll probably get some requests from the customer. So it's kind of like tailor-made.
Oh, okay. So, that's interesting. People don't do that often.
Yeah, so people want to go to somewhere else. Okay, I'll take you there. I'll guide it around. And also, I want to kind of more focus on activity. Like nowadays, because of COVID, the people don't want to go to crowded places, like major tourist destination. They'll probably want to go to countryside, to get some activity experience.
Yeah,
For example,
I agree.
You can do kayaking or even hiking, trekking, or do some mountain biking. They're great places around in Japan. So
when do you reckon
start thinking to
do that? And what's the process? Do you just need a license?
I don't know. Well, one of them is kind of licensed, but also I have to be contracted with hotel or accommodation.
Ah, shit. Yeah, you got to organize all the different hotels as well. Have
Yeah,
you
so what, you
started?
just-
I don't have to organize that. I mean, if the customer requests me to do that as well, then I can do that. But for those who staying in accommodation, they have the guests. So the people, like staff working in accommodation, they looking for some tour guide. You know, they can take them around,
Mm.
and
Yeah, so you make sort of deals with different hotels, and if someone wants you to pick someone for them to stay, then you use those hotels you made the deal with.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Have you got? Is that a common thing in Japan?
No, obviously, a tour guide job. I mean, tour guide job in Japan is not recognized as like a proper job. It's changing, but
Yeah.
obviously, there's not many young tour guide at the beginning. There's only like 50, 60 who has time.
Okay.
Obviously, in 60s, they retire from like the job they used to work for like over how many decades, but then they retire and then they still have time, and then whoever learns some English, they have time, so they get licensed and then they become tour guide. But the problem is they based in one area. They don't want to go to like all the places in Japan. They want to stay in like, for example, city in Tokyo. There's so many tour guide in Tokyo.
Yeah.
But not many people in the countryside. Obviously, they have more job.
There'd be more tourists in Tokyo.
Right.
It'd be good
And
to
also,
take people
like,
out to those types of country places as well. Give
Mhm,
those people
yeah.
some exposure. It'd be good for any small businesses there as well. And it would be
Exactly.
a lot less pollution. It'd be a lot nicer. Like I'd want to go to those.
Yeah,
types of
less
places.
people doing activities and shit would be good.
Yeah, and seeing the actual culture, because obviously, I mean, you see the culture in like Tokyo and
But
and Kyoto,
everyone
but
can
it's
speak
different.
English.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's even different still in the country because it's more raw. Like it's not sort of westernized. It's what they've been doing for generations and generations. So it's a lot more interesting.
Would you the places you took us, would you say that was all tourist? Like, was it not authentic? Would you say, yeah?
I would say, yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I mean, it's still great place. Obviously, it's like a fusion of the modern culture and kind of traditional. It's mixed up, so it's great. But the sad thing is that they make a living with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Tourist is a big industry, so people can start making money out of tourism. Yeah. But the authenticity of Japan is obviously tourism is not something like original, authentic.
Yeah. Okay.
From original. So all the great culture, the great culture that should be preserved is it's not a tourism area.
What's the difference?
No, it's just there's less westernized. There wouldn't be all that technology. There wouldn't be as many people. There wouldn't be as many services. It'd be just like raw. Like they'd be farming. They'd be, I don't know. It'd be more like they'd be practicing the same things they've been practicing for the last few generations. It's like all the Aboriginal people out in the Northern Territory. They're untouched. No one really goes to seize them, and they practice their traditional practices.
Here, though.
No, I'm just trying to sound smart, but I'm not.
Well, yeah, that's it. But not about people, the culture. It's also the nature. Like Japan has great nature. It's the 70-80% of land is covered with forest.
Yeah.
There's so many great places, like and weird island nations. So we're surrounded by sea.
Yeah. Are there a lot of islands?
The more you go to the countryside, what's that?
Are there a lot of islands? Japanese islands?
There are many islands. Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
It's like we went to a place that was like at a lake, and we did a little hike up to it was like a little lakeside town, and we got on like a little ferry.
Or on the tour?
Yeah, when we were on the tour, and it had like the arch thing that you took the photos underneath. And
The
it was
red
just-
arch.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, like-
Hakone, right?
Yeah,
I think it was
red-
like a couple
all the red-
hours from Tokyo.
Yeah, I know that's a pretty touristy place. 'Cause it's only a couple hours from Tokyo, but that's like that was like a little glimpse into what it's probably like further out of the city,
yeah.
and that was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You got a
So-
market then, you got 2 people ready to pay you for it.
Yeah, we'll pay you. Just tell us what you want and we'll give it to you.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Well, not Taylan. Taylan's a tight ass. I'll pay.
Taylan is a tight ass. Well, how long do you reckon till it starts? Well, to your restrictions at
How long does it take for your license and like how long does that take?
Well, first of all, I have to get a exam, which will be held in October this year, and then I get all the license, taking procedures, and probably by next year.
Oh, that's
pretty
good.
good.
Hopefully everything opens up by
Right.
next year as well.
Right.
Also.
We're still not sure how the COVID is going to affect.
Well,
How's the
Japan doing?
vaccine is gone in Australia?
Not many people have gotten it. We've got
Yeah,
Pfizer
barely
and
any.
Not many.
AstraZeneca. We have
9% in New
our
South
state.
Wales. Yeah, it's not many at
How
all.
many percent?
9.
Wow. Okay.
What's it like in Japan?
I don't know about the percentage, but the thing is, because all the stupid politicians, they're not saying we're going to cancel the Olympic. So we actually having Olympics within a year. I mean, in a month.
And no
Which
audiences.
is like
They just-
ridiculous. No audience, but like all the people like wouldn't believe how insane it is to have Olympic in this like.
Well, how many
stupid
cases does Japan get? Roughly a day.
day. I don't know.
Cases.
Like,
Lots?
I'm not following anymore.
Yeah, I know.
used to,
I
but,
get that.
Couple thousand in total.
Oh, so a lot.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it is still a lot.
Are you vaccinated?
And well, not yet, but I got the letter. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, and I will do in this month, the first one. And the
What do
second
they
one.
have in Japan? What's the vaccine called?
Pfizer.
Yeah,
Pfizer
Oh,
and
okay. You guys
the,
use Pfizer as well.
AstraZeneca. It's the same thing internationally. It's this.
No, some countries use like
And-
Johnson and Johnson and stuff like that.
Oh, it'd be America for sure.
we don't have that one.
Yeah, okay.
Johnson and Johnson. They just love making cash.
What's
Are you guys vaccinated?
Boston is.
I am because my brother works at a hospital, so I had to because of him. Taylan's not, but like
I booked it.
most
I'm a bit
people
scared
aren't.
though. Huh?
Most people aren't. Like it's really bad actually because you'd think the government would be trying to roll them out as quickly as possible, but they're not. They don't like all the rich people.
Do the people believe that it's good? Like they actually want to take vaccinated?
Yeah.
Now because we're getting more cases, but for like a month ago, we haven't had cases for like a long time, so no one bothered to get it.
Yeah. But now everyone's scrambling again. But no one's really been talking out about any side effects or being scared or any conspiracies against the vaccine. And
Oh, really? Because we have a lot.
Yeah.
In Japan.
People saying, okay, all of the people around me, if they vaccinated, I don't have to do it. Those kind of silly,
herd
stupid
immunity.
person.
Yeah.
So no
I
one
don't
wants
know
to get
about
it.
the truth. Well, not everyone, but some people still like kind of like anxious about how's the reactions and other kind of things.
Okay. And are restaurants and stuff open in the main cities?
Well, the thing is, it's still under emergency alert or whatever you call it. Yeah. And in Tokyo, and I think in Okinawa, which is like an island in the south, those two places they have many cases, so they under the emergency things.
I can imagine.
But other places they rarely see it.
Okay. So
I don't know about like,
Where you are now, is there nothing? Like no restrictions? You can do whatever?
No, but no, still restaurants and cafe, they have to close down by, I think, 8 p.m.
Ah.
8 or 9.
I never got that time curfew thing.
Yeah, all we've got now is you can only travel outside your house if you have an essential reason, which is pretty much just work and fitness. But
Or going to the shops to get food.
Going to the shops to get food. But if you want to go for exercise, you can't go more than 10 kilometers away from your house. So they've put like a radius around it, so you can't travel half an hour away. You can only, there's a certain area.
And you're only allowed to exercise with another person. You
only
can't
one
go with
person,
more than
2 people maximum.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Do people follow that?
Well, they just announced it now because we've had a lot of cases.
Yeah, and people weren't because there was 50 cases, which it doesn't sound like a lot to you guys because your population is massive, but to us it's a bit. And that was
That's the most we've ever had, I think, in New South Wales.
It was a house. Some 8 people threw a house party like last night, which is just stupid.
Who are they? Are they Aussies?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't give us their names, but
yeah, they don't care, man. Some people are just so stupid. And it just gets worse because they're not doing the right thing, and now it's the worst lockdown now. But
yeah, it sucks, but
we'll get through it. Bit of scotch.
Yeah, good on you, mate.
I'm still working anyway, so
this is not what? Are you working?
You've got coffee, mate.
Yeah, because
this is the coffee.
Yeah. What time is it there?
It's like 4. It's an hour behind, so it's
4:43.
I'm still working because I'm in construction, so it's considered essential. So I'm alright. I still do something every day, but I can't see any of my friends, and then I can't do anything after work. I just have to drive back home, and that's it.
And eat.
I'm
putting on weight, mate. All I'm doing is eating.
I've actually lost weight.
Yeah, but you had a lot of weight to lose, mate.
Wow.
What are you doing, Taylan?
I'm in my final year of uni. I'm an autism support worker while I'm at uni. But
okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's considered essential service, but my parents don't want me to work till I get vaccinated because we go out and about, and they're low immunity as well, the people that I work with. So I don't want to give it to them because then I'll feel so guilty. But yeah.
Someone's got a job lined up for a nice big bank as well.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're talking about things like this.
Yeah.
Because I've got a job lined up at a bank, which is the same thing you were saying about all that corporate shit. So it'll be interesting to see my experience when I start next year.
Maybe Taylan will become a tour guide after he hates it, and then we'll come over there. You can take us around. Then you'll come here, and Taylan can take us around.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I can just enjoy myself.
Nah. Costin's jealous because we were going to go camping, but it got culled because of the lockdown.
Yeah, because I want to explore Australia more as well. Because like you said, like I know Japan's a lot more. The nature is different to what's in Australia, but there's still a lot of Australia that I've never experienced before. And I bought a car a couple of months ago. It's still 2 months away. But
okay. Great.
You bought it like a four-wheel drive to go.
Like a four-wheel drive to go camping and exploring. Because I want to go up to like the Northern Territory, Western Australia, see everything, and experience it a bit more. So I'm pretty bummed, but
I'll join you.
We'll get there.
Yeah, when you come over, we'll go.
Yeah, I got a tent. We'll go camping. I went just before the lockdown. It was pretty good. I sent him photos. He got jealous.
No, it looked pretty.
When what are the question that I was thinking is, you know, all the like outback kind of stuff in Japan. What are the animals like? Like what's native to Japan?
Like the deer, isn't it?
There's the deer in that city.
There's so many, animals. Yeah.
What's native? I got no idea about Japan.
The native
other than the cities.
Well, a lot of deers and the boar, like wild boar. That's like eating all the veggies and stuff.
Yeah.
It is pest. And also deer as well. They eat the bark of the tree. All of them. And that's pretty bad. And then recently, bear. Bear is pretty bad. They're attacking people.
So we don't have bears. We just got either snakes or spiders over here. It's not that they're small and can get into places, but they're not that scary.
Oh, snake and spiders. Yeah, we do have a lot as well. Some of the fighters. What's that?
Is hunting recreational? like, is there recreational hunting where you can kill boars and stuff, or are they generally pretty well? I know because
No,
I
we
know
don't do
boars in
recreational.
Australia
It's
are like they do the same thing. They ruin crops and land and turn everything up
yeah.
and all that. But I don't know. But everyone in Australia hunts. Like in the outback, everyone's got a gun. They like because you can get licenses for kangaroos, for example, because they're considered a pest and you can hunt them. But I don't know if that's similar to you.
Do you get money out of it? Like you get reward? We do.
Oh, you can sell pelts, can't
if
you?
you chop the tail of the wild pig, I don't know if it's a tail, but you bring it to the city council, and then you get paid.
Why don't you do
But
that?
obviously, you need to have a license.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that?
Yeah, I was actually thinking it.
Why not? You get to go nature.
You might even cook a few of them and make some pork crackling.
Yeah.
But you need to have a limit. It's not all seasons on. And that was a open period in a year.
Could you make? Is there enough money in that to do that as a job?
I don't think no one works like just as a hunter, but
it's more. I'd say it's more of a hobby that could pay you a little bit. But
yeah,
fair enough.
It does sound interesting though.
What are the gun laws like?
No, we don't use guns to hunt the boar. We set the trap.
Oh right.
So there's
we put a cage.
Gun.
Oh no, you can, but that's different license as well. And then you need to register if you get the guns, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's the same here. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's a massive process over here, but. Yeah, I think hunting's a lot more. I don't know. I think people just like shooting things over here. But like,
I'd get a gun license if I lived on a farm.
Yeah, if it's a pest, like my uncle lived on a farm before he moved from it, but he used to get licenses to like shoot kangaroos and stuff. And every time I'd go out there, he'd set up the gun and have a go, and he'd even kill a couple like boars and he'd cook it. Like I don't know, it's pretty good. But it did taste very good. And if any vegans listening to this podcast, we've just lost them all.
No one's listening, man.
So what do you actually do with this one, like this podcast? Do you upload on something? And
we put it on Spotify. So we're just doing it because Taylan's wanted to do it for a while, and I'm doing it to get out of my comfort zone. And then we record with interesting people. We upload it to Spotify. And then put the video on YouTube, and that's it. It's more for us. Like we've got, I think there's been 160 people that have listened so far that from our stats. But it's not really, we're not doing it to get rich from it or make money from it. Like if that happens, sure, it's a bonus. We're still a long way from it anyway. We're doing it more for ourselves at the moment. But yeah, it's just a little hobby. It's something to do as well. We're in lockdown now. There's not much we can do, and
pretty much.
It gives an excuse to catch up with people like you as well. Like,
exactly.
It's like we haven't talked in a while. And it's gonna be a while before we can see if COVID keeps going like this. But
right.
Definitely going to come back to Japan at some point, and I know you'll be in Australia at some point as well, whenever you can. So the offer's still open, man. If you want to,
I haven't still given up, to live in Australia again.
Yeah, well, the offer's open.
The working holiday visa is up to, I think, 30 years old.
Yeah, okay.
So you can't do it. Well, couldn't you come from New Zealand and get something? Did you have anything in New Zealand? Any visa? Was it just a study visa?
Just the study visa.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to get a visa here, apparently.
I'm getting my Greek passport and citizenship in a few weeks. I'm going to the consulate general next week. Mate, it's Greek.
Greek passport. Or you have a background in the Greek.
Yeah, my dad got his last week. I didn't even know, but
what?
Yeah, he just told me today. But I'm gonna get it as well. Why not?
Yeah, EU one, I guess.
Yeah, EU one. It'll get me in a few places actually. It'll be good.
So you're allowed to hold multiple passport, two passport?
Yeah, you can hold multiple passports, but like I got a lot of family over there anyway, and we can speak it fluently. So
flex.
Flex. So I don't know. I think it's pretty straightforward to get. Like my dad got his really easily because of that, and we have we have our property over there and stuff as well. So I think the process is a bit streamlined. in that kind of stuff.
Cool.
But
No, it's hard to get. Like first Australia, if you have no relatives here as well as you.
yeah, I've got like 30 relatives over there. So like, it's quite. That's why it's easy. All my cousins live over there.
Yeah.
Just put us down as your brothers.
I wish.
Yeah, I'll be a Nemoto.
Yeah, Taylan and Nemoto.
We look the same, yeah? Just shave your head.
Just shave your hair and grow a beard.
Yeah.
And then we're fine.
Don't know how long it's going to take.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway. Well, I think
that'll wrap it up, Yo.
All right.
I think that's about it.
Thanks,
been a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. Really nice to see you. And it's good to hear that you're keeping busy as well. And there's big things to come.
Good luck with the company.
Not making money though.
That's all right. It's not all about.
I guess.
Hey, happiness isn't about money, Yo.
Right. True.
Nah, it's good, Yo. It's
good that you're doing what you want to do, and make sure you let us know when it all happens so we can book a trip and come back over. Because I wouldn't mind seeing some
invite some other people as well.
Yeah. We will.
Use advertising for this one.
Yeah, this one. Don't worry, a lot of people will be listening to this.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. But we might even bring our friends. Who knows? But I really, like Taylan and I would want to, like we've been talking about it recently anyway, but we want to come
go back. Yeah.
And we want to experience a few more of the less touristy things as well. So it'll be good. But yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. We'll catch up soon. I'll send you the link to this when it's put up. So you can have a listen.
All right, sure.
Thanks, Yo.
Thanks for the time.
Thanks, Yo.
All right.
Good to see you.